Yeah.
So the last million pay-per-view buy in boxing was your son. It was almost 2 years ago, him versus Tank. Do you think we ever see a Tank Ryan rematch? And could that happen in 2025?
You know what? It's very, 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 very possible. Yes. Yes. I mean, these two guys, they know the conditions. Um, they know that, people want to see. I mean, you got to have a rematch if you're gonna, but without these dumb conditions, you got to be straightforward and hopefully they can work something out. But yes, that's a possibility. Yes. I mean, I know more information, but I can't reveal it right now. So I'd rather just say everything's a possibility, and he's one of them.
For sure.
Mhm.
So just tell me this then. In your opinion,
Yeah.
what is the biggest fight for Ryan? What is the most commercial success, bring the most eyeballs? What would be the biggest fight for Ryan Garcia?
Well, the biggest fights are right there at 140, even 147. Ryan goes up and down. So just pick them. You can imagine what's out there, you know? Just you can imagine what's out there.
Let me rephrase it this way. If you were making the sole decision next 100%, who would you have him in the ring with next when in his next fight? Or what would you see as the biggest fight for him
Well,
if
the
you had to
biggest
pick one
fight,
guy?
I wouldn't say who's next because again, it takes negotiations and all that. But I see Tio on top of the list. I see Tank on top of the list. I see even Shakur if he wants it at 140. But I don't think he wants it at 140 because Ryan's very dangerous at 140 and 147 too. But there's a lot of guys that we have in mind, and hopefully they could even Spence,
Ooh,
if he wants it, But there's a lot of I would like Spence as his comeback in April.
wow. At what weight?
47.
Pence at 47 versus Ryan Garcia would be a must watch. Like, yeah. Let's, let's see what.
That's why I'm saying it. Yeah. I mean, that would be perfect for us. That's in April. But, it's not up to me, but that's something I would like to see. But the ones that people want to see now would be, I guess, a Teal, a rematch with Tank, but that would be later in the year. But everything's a possibility. Always remember that. Everything's a possibility.
What makes Henry say, I would like to see Spence? What about Spence do you think makes a good fight for your son? Or what advantages do you think your son will have? Because your son hasn't fought at 147 yet. Spence cleaned up three of the belts in that division. So how do
Yeah.
you see that fight?
Well, that's one of the reasons why Ryan would take it because he's got a Ryan. I tell you, when he's focused, when he's 100%, it's very hard to beat him at those weight classes. Very hard. I mean, anybody in this world can be beaten. I'm not saying he's invincible. I'm just saying that he's very hard to beat. He's already proven it, and it's like as long as there's no conditions, that you got to be weight trained, you've got to be, blah blah blah. It's like, hey man, this is it. Like with the Duarte fight, I keep on bringing that up because that's Ryan was 100% on that day, and if he wasn't, I'm telling you, Oscar would have gotten a little bit closer to him.
Yeah. No, that was a really interesting fight. Again, not to get too caught up in that because I definitely want to ask you a different question, but being
Yeah.
ringside, I saw Ryan, he got some flack about the defense he used, but he has to be smart because Duarte was coming forward. I thought the most impressive thing was he was able to hang in there and get him out of there because
Yeah, yeah.
Duarte was a warrior.
No, I tell you, those Mexicans, I mean, we're Mexican too, but that's like a Mexican from Mexico. that that dude no joke, bro. He,
Homegrown, de la
hey,
tierra, Henry, de la
yeah, hey,
tierra.
bro, he's no joke. He is no
No,
joke. He's
he's a
like
real
a
one.
Julio Cesar Chavez, bro, junior or not senior. I mean, that he's no joke.
Yeah, yeah.
The
No,
guy
Duarte's
come to
solid.
fight, and look what he did to JoJo Diaz.
Exactly.
Retired him.
Exactly.
But that's
Ex
another thing Ryan does too. When he's 100%, he either knock you down or retire you.
Got you. Got you. Talking about Spence Fundora, or excuse me, talking about Spence, he's got Fundora lined up as a possible next opponent. It's the first time he's at 154. It's the first fight he's had since a really long layoff after losing to,
I think
Bud
he will
Crawford.
lose against Fundora. So that's why he'll probably say, you know what, 47. And that's where we come in.
Mm. Any concerns for Spence? Especially considering the layoff, the kind of fight he was in last time, and the loss
Well,
that he took.
every fight is a concern, every fight. And the more you're out of the ring, it's the worse. It gets bad for you. So you got to be active. You got to stay active. Hang on. Let me just tell this person.
Oh, no problem. No problem.
Okay.
Chat.
But,
Keep rocking with the chat. Henry's just checking in with somebody really
hey, but
quick.
anyways, yeah. Just ask me 1 or 2 more questions because my phone's gonna die. But hey,
All
man.
right. I got you.